So I'm preparing now to go to the Pokemon Evolutions pre-release. So I'm going to be bringing some things with me, namely binder, this generations box that I keep my trainers and stuff in, deck box so I can keep things in, energy, dice, obligatory backpack just so I can kind of do my stuff. So there's that. Hopefully today is a very great day. Been waiting for this day for a while now. So we're gonna go hopefully get some of the things we need and go from there. So right now I'm pretty much just at my computer making sure everything is good. Going to contact some friends. Hope that we try to get there. But basically my goal today is to grab as many Pidgeot EXs as I can. I've been waiting for this card to come out for about 13 years now, and I kind of don't want to miss it. So that's going to be the plan. My trade binder is looking halfway decent, so maybe I can trade for some. I'm going to bring some extra cash as well. Maybe someone can sell me one. They shouldn't be too expensive, considering I don't think anybody's going to play the card except me. And I'm not going to let anybody try to like dog me with prices or anything. Just because it's new doesn't mean I'm going to give you $20 for a card. If anything, Pidgeot EX is probably going to be a $3 card, and that's just high rolling it. The Mega might be $5. The Full Art EX is probably going to be anywhere between $5 and like $6, and the Mega is probably not even going to break 10. And that's just being honest with just the way the format is now. Everybody wants Mega Rayquaza, so nobody's going to play Pidgeot. So I'm going to bank on the prices being low with that. But it's like 10 o'clock right now. I'm just making sure everything is set, and then I'm going to go try to get my Pidgeots, meet some friends that I haven't seen in about 2 years, because it's really been about 2 years since I've been to any Pokemon event. I've been keeping up with the card game by playing the online client, but I haven't really played the physical card game in like 2 years, so this is going to be a really nice experience. Also, I want to see the way these pre-release boxes look. I've never actually seen one, well, I've never seen one in person, so that's going to be an experience too. When I get there, I'll continue to record. So pre-release finished about an hour ago. I kind of stepped out somewhere to get a bite to eat, and that burger was like $18, but it's alright though, because I spent like $30 on a burger before. But some interesting things happened at the pre-release. Everything that I thought was going to happen happened. I didn't actually pull a Pidgeot EX, but everybody else did, and I'm feeling some kind of way about that. So at the end of the event, I ended up just trading some people for some of their Pidgeots. I got 2 of them. It was actually a lot harder to trade for them than I thought. Not because people wanted to keep the Pidgeots. It was more because my trade binder was apparently too intimidating, and nobody really knew what to do with that. And the people who pulled the Pidgeots didn't really have anything to trade. And since it was a new card, I wasn't going to let people try to bump the price up on me, because at the end of the day, we all know Pidgeot EX isn't going to be more than a $2 card, and the Mega is probably not even going to break 5. This is just for the normals. Like the Full Art Pidgeot's probably not going to break more than 5, and the Mega is going to be under like 9 for sure. But these aren't really anything that somebody is really going to try to, trade a lot for. But nobody really had anything, which was odd. So I wasn't able to actually trade for them. Nobody pulled a Full Art Pidgeot EX. Everybody pulled Full Art Charizards and everything. And one guy at the table I was sitting at pulled like 5 foils in a pack, including a Full Art Blastoise. That was just insane. So I was a little disappointed I didn't actually get anything. So I'll probably just hop on Poke Beach later and, throw up a trade and like trading Shaman EX for Pidgeot, something stupid like that. I'm probably not going to clickbait people like that, but it's whatever. The card is new. I got 2, which is good. I'm gonna see if I can get 2 more of the normals, and then maybe try to grab for like I want the Pidgeots for all the rarities, since this is Pidgeot's first, EX or first ultra rare in general. I should at least try to get all of them. I think I'll probably talk more about the event when I get home. Right now, I'm just kind of out waiting for some people to show up, and then we're going to go do some more things. I'm actually waiting for that phone call, but I at least wanted to let you guys know that the pre-release was fun, and I'll tell you more about the matches when I get home. Well, welcome back, everyone. I kind of want to spend this time to go over some of the things that I did at pre-release. Basically, I got there a little bit too early and just chatted with some people until they opened up the store to let us all in. But when we all got in there, we all talked about the things that we kind of want to get from the set. Most people there didn't really want anything out of the set. They was just kind of there. But I went in with a goal in mind. But fast forwarding to the actual start of the pre-release tournament, they gave out these. Get this in camera. They gave out these, and this here is the evolution box. Basically, it comes with 4 booster packs and 22 or 23 card pack. And inside that card pack, you can get one of 4 promos, which is either Charizard, Mewtwo, Machamp, or some other Pokemon I don't remember off the top of my head. Nothing really good though. But the 2 cards to get, in my opinion, were Charizard, because Charizard is always a card that holds its value in trades well, and Mewtwo, simply because Mewtwo is just good. So, see some sleeves I bought. Funny story about those sleeves though. But this here is the actual deck box that comes with it. So you put your pre-release deck in here, and you have something to keep your cards in. Pretty cool. I've never actually gotten one of these before. It's my first one. Did I bring my binder over here? Of course I did. I left it on the bed. I'll be right back. I'll probably cut that out. But anyway, your promo that you can get, I only got one simply because I only went to one pre-release. It was kind of my plan to go to more, but it didn't exactly pan out the way I wanted it to. But the card that I got was Charizard, so I want to go ahead and show it to you guys for the event that you haven't actually seen it. But Charizard from the pre-release, and this here isn't a card that you're guaranteed. You'll only get one of 4 cards. The one that I happen to get was the Charizard, which I'm probably going to trade for Pidgeot EX or 2 when I figure out how much those things go for. Naturally, when you're playing a pre-release, you want to use pre-release sleeves or sleeves for your deck. That's nothing there. Guess I'll show it to you. It's a sheet that came with it. But you want sleeves for your deck, so they had these $2 sleeves there, and like when I touched the sleeve, it immediately got damaged. It's a cheap sleeve, so I didn't want to put my really nice EX Emerald energy in there because, well, I don't want my energy to get damaged. But yeah, I got a lot of things to show you guys apparently. The deck that I ended up getting was my pack came with Ninetales and Nidoking. So I had an additional 2 Nidokings to work with and an additional 2 Ninetales to work with. So I'm going to go ahead and show you those right now. They don't look nice when they're foiled, but well, these cards have some charm in it, that's for sure. But this here is the way they look. They aren't foil. They came in my 20 something card pack that we used to build our decks. But when we actually went to open up our packs, I didn't get anything at all. I was hoping to get a Pidgeot, but I didn't. Instead, what I got were a foil Ninetales and a foil Nidoking. So you guys can probably guess what I actually played in the tournament. Some notable pulls that I did get though were like some reverse foil trainers. Like I got reverse foil switch. I really want to get a super potion like this. Like it's just so nice just being able to get base set cards, open them again, and then have the chance to get them like reverse foil. Like this Vulpix here. It's a super pretty card. And the one thing that the kids there didn't understand, like really young kids, is, what this means to us older, generation, to be able to open up base set packs again and get those same cards that we got the first time. It was just, a lot of us were just geeking out there. Like, the emotions were real. So, fast forward to the tournament. My first round, I lost. I went second, drew a lone Vulpix against a water deck, and you know how that goes. You really only get one turn to try to draw out of it, and in a pre-release, it's not like you can play a Professor Juniper or something, because either the card doesn't exist in the set, or the trainers you didn't get were, or trainers you did get, I should say, weren't even that good. So lost that round. Second round, come along, I win. Did the same thing to my opponent that happened to me the first round. Opponent didn't draw anything. Had a bunch of basics, but didn't really ever get much off of that. And the third round, me and my opponent had a couple of things. This guy actually, he pulled the Pidgeot EX that I wanted. He never actually got it into play, and the guy sitting next to me also pulled Pidgeot EX, but this Nidoking here, his second attack, Tail Swing, I don't know if the camera is actually going to focus on that or not. Yeah, it doesn't look like it's going to, but Tail Swing, the attack does 100 damage for 3, and it does 20 damage to each of your opponent's basic bench Pokemon. So you can imagine how an attack like that at a pre-release would just ruin a deck, because everyone's playing with evolving basics, and you don't get those cards when you really need them. So we ended up winning that game as well. Didn't actually win the event, but it's not really something that you go with the goal of winning. It's there to have fun, get some of the cards first, and if you happen to win all your rounds, then great. But our pre-release wasn't one of the ones to where you had to win games to get packs. That's not how it was. Everybody got 3 at the end of the event. It made the event a lot less competitive, which in my opinion is good. So at the end of the tournament, traded some cards with players. Not that I really have an interest in Greninja per se. I traded a bunch of cards that I don't need, like a Vileplume and stuff. And some other things, I gave him a pack of energy, the ones that come out of generations. Gave him that, and I got a Talonflame and a bunch of stuff for Greninja, which I'll probably just trade for Pidgeots, probably. I'm actually going to put these in my binder. But from my binder, I got 2 Pidgeot EXs. They weren't full art. Nobody at the event pulled a full art Pidgeot EX. A bunch of people pulled the Mega. Again, not full art. The only full art cards that people pulled were Charizard Y. They're like, all of them were Charizard Ys. There was like one Dragonite. A Misty's got pulled. A Brock's got pulled. But that was really it. Nobody really pulled full art Pidgeots. And I wanted to go to another event, but I was actually getting really tired. I didn't get a lot of sleep the night before, and I kind of woke up extremely early, not trying to oversleep. So I only got one, but I'll just post a thread on Poke Beach and ask for them. So it's no big deal. I'll still be able to get them. But the interesting thing that happened during the trading, like I've never actually had a binder that people considered good. The stuff I would always get would always be scraps. And if I happened to got a card that somebody wanted, I either needed it for one of my decks, I couldn't trade it, or as soon as I got it, it went out for something that I needed for my deck. And things that I usually have aren't cards that other people are using. So I usually have binders with things like Zekrom EX in it, just the scrap EXs that nobody wants. But this time, my binder was so good that nobody wanted to trade. I know that sounds awkward, but that's seriously what happened. Like, people were legitimately intimidated by my trade binder, that the cards that I wanted from them, they wouldn't be able to get. Like, the Pidgeots that I got for $3 each. Three. And that's, pre-release prices. And I told them that, this card is probably going to drop to $1 or two. So I was doing them the benefit of the doubt by giving it to them for three. But that's the thing, though. Like, Pidgeot's not Rayquaza EX. It's not the Mega. It's not Volcanion or these other cards that people are actually playing with. Like, the regular Rayquaza, the EX, the colorless one, that's like $6, $7. I can get two Pidgeot EX for that, and it would be fair. Nobody's going to use the card. So I told people what I value the cards at. I told them I value Pidgeot EX regular art for maybe $3 to $4. I told them the Mega, I'll probably give you 4 or 5 for it, and they said that was fair. And I told them the full art I probably value at 5 for Pidgeot EX, and for Pidgeot EX the Mega, I probably value it at like $7, $7, $8. Again, a fair price. And even then, I still think that's kind of high for it, but that's just what I'm willing to give for them. And people agreed to it. But the thing was is that my binder was so strong that it was really hard to get a trade from anybody. So I'm glad that I do got the two Pidgeots. I ended up trading for some other card. I don't remember. I should probably look at it. I don't exactly remember what I got though. Oh, right. Okay. That's two. Okay, three right here. Um, they didn't exactly have what I wanted, so between two people, I ended up getting, if I can get these here in the frame, the full art Articuno, the full art Zapdos, and the secret rare primal Kyogre. The legendary birds were the ones that I really wanted. I was after them for a long time. I didn't get them in any of my generations packs, so I just wanted to have these guys just for collection's sake. So in that instance, I'm glad that I did get them. And the Primal Kyogre EX is it's just always a nice card. It's the secret rare one. These cards tend to hold their value. So, you know, what I ended up trading was a full art Scizor EX and a Pokemon Ranger. And that was the problem when we trying to get these Pidgeots, was that people had to make trades bigger than what they wanted to. And they didn't really want to make that big a trade. Like, a person saw on my binder, he was like, I want your full art Professor Sycamore. So, you know, I got a page of him. He was like, I saw that I wanted your full art Sycamore versus Seekers and some other, like $35 card. And he wasn't at the time willing to make a trade that big. He wasn't prepared for it. It's like, You want a $3 card. I want a $35 card. And most of my trades ended up going like that. So this is actually the first time where I've had a situation where my binder was just too good and I just wasn't able to make a trade, because in order for that to happen, he'd had to put up something bigger, which is what he didn't want to do, and I would have had to put up something bigger. I was capable of doing it, but we didn't want to put up big cards for something small, and I really didn't want to trade away all of my good things for Pidgeot EX, because I wanted these just so I can say I have them, but I'm going to use the full arts. So I would much rather trade for the full art Pidgeot EXs and the full art Pidgeot EXs. So, I mean, if you guys watch this video and you have them, I would like to trade you for it. But like I said, I value the Pidgeot EX full art at least $5. At most, I'll give you a 6, but I think that's extremely high for it. And the M Pidgeot EX, I'll probably give you, $6 to $7. Even still, I think that's too high. I think I can get both of them for 5, but that's just what I'm willing to offer for that. I could probably get the full art Pidgeot for like 4. It all depends. Like, nobody's gonna be playing this card except me, and I'm gonna definitely, try to win with it so other people can start using it. But it's probably not gonna happen. Too many people like Mega Rayquaza apparently. But that's just my interesting trade stories. So I'm probably gonna post some cards up on Beach. I'll probably just trade a full art Shaman EX to the person who can get me 4 of all the Pidgeots, 4 of the normals, 4 of the full arts, and like 4 reverse foil Spirit Links. Give up a Shaman EX for it. Um, Pretty much just for the effort of even doing that, because nobody wants to get a bunch of Pidgeot EXs, but they'll trade amongst themselves to get a Shaman, and you know there it is, Shaman EX. I don't use it, so I'll be willing to give it up to the person who can get me 4 of all of the Pidgeot EXs. So a total of 16 cards. Then I don't think there's anything else in here that I got. Oh right, one of my packs came with 2 Mewtwo's in it, which is great because I happen to really like this card as a Mega Mewtwo EX counter. But the thing is that the Mewtwo can come in the pack non-foil, which is, it doesn't look good. So, I mean, just so you guys know, I mean, that is in fact a possibility. I might trade them away or sell them. Like right now, my only interest is getting Pidgeot EXs. So this, I'm probably going to trade for a Pidgeot EX. I can trade Talonflame, the regular one, for 2, maybe 1.5. I don't know if Talonflame went up or down. When I last saw Talonflame, it was like $7 for the regular one. Octillery, his price kind of, it went down like $2, but it's still like, a $10 to $12 card on average. Um, I'm definitely going to turn around these Greninjas. They are going to become Pidgeots, and pretty much everything on my binder is just going to get me Pidgeots. I want to get all the cards reverse foil, which was something I actually forgot to do. That card shop had reverse foil Fighting Fury belts. I don't think I'm going to need them, but the list I'm working on, like I have 6 different lists, including one that doesn't even use Mega Pidgeot. It's just straight Pidgeot EX with a Fighting Fury belt. Um, those are kind of my ideas. I am writing an article right now for Pidgeot EX 2 for Beach, but I'm waiting for the cards to officially drop so I can um, submit the article. Cause I really do care about this Pokemon, and it's like been one that I've been waiting for 13 years. And that was the other thing. Oh, it's funny because another person there
said he was waiting for Pidgeot EX too. Like he was waiting for it, and I was like, you weren't waiting for it longer than me, and it ended up turning into like a pissing contest, and he was like, how do you know that? You know, I've been waiting for it for a long time too. I was like, I've been waiting for it for 13 years. I mean, do you have anything on that? And he didn't. So, yay me, because I get to prove that I am, Pidgeot's #1 fan. Oh, and like, I found a website that can make custom sleeves. So, like, check this out. I hope this webcam can show, because I'm going to have to show it to you on my phone. Um, but, like, I drew, like, get this right here. Let's get it in camera. But, like, I drew this right here. It's a shiny Mega Pidgeot drawn in the style of Dragon Ball Z. Like you have to see it like in person just to get its glory. And I found a website that will print custom sleeves. So these will be the sleeves on my deck. I know they're not going to be tournament legal, but I'm going to set up the file that way so that they are. For example, no image. For sleeves to be tournament legal, the image of the artwork cannot extend past the border. So I'm going to fix that by drawing a black border around the card. And I mean, it doesn't matter because I can't use them in tournaments anyway, though. But I at least want them to follow the rules the um, of the tournament sleeves somewhat. Basically, you can only use Pokemon official sleeves if you want to use sleeves with art on it, or the sleeves have to have no art and be something like Ultra Pro, Dragon Shield, or something like that. But I think those would be really nice sleeves because I had some other ones over here. I don't know if they're still here. You know, another thing that I wanted to use was my Articuno, Zapdos, and Moltres sleeves. These here are the really old ones from Ultra Pro. But like I said before, the artwork on these cards, they extend past the border. So if you look on the bottom, you can kind of see where the art does it. I think it does it on the top too. You know, your sleeves there, officially they're not supposed to do that because it allows people to mark their cards somehow and do for cheating, you know. I simply don't care enough to do that, but apparently people do and have done that. So I don't want to avoid it, and I don't actually know where it's at. It's probably over here somewhere. Yeah, my table over here is like, it's completely messy. Nothing over here is in order. And I need to fix all of this. Actually, where did I put it? I had the deck box to match that as well. It's probably over here somewhere. Give me a sec, guys. I will find it. Is that it? Yes, it is. All right. So, got the deck box to match it too. I'll probably use it. This cost me $50 in the sleeves because I had to actually buy new sleeves. I got two of these. These here ran me 12 a piece because they don't make them anymore. They printed these back in what, 2005. Yeah, these sleeves are 11 years old. The deck box, they never even released in America, like, or at least the one that I found they didn't release in America. So just things. I go all out for the Pokemon that I enjoy. There was a Pokemon there, wow, a person there who had a binder that was equally as impressive as mine. He had two gold Ultra Balls, and I was like, man, do I really want to drop $300 in trade right now just to get them? I actually don't know what the price was. The last time I checked the prices on them, they were 150 each because they went down from like 210 and dropped to 150. And the last time I checked my card prices, things were high. So I'm not the type of person that'll rip somebody off. So if I am aware that my cards are high, My cards are going to be based on the last time I seen the prices, and the same is going to apply for you. I'm not going to trade you something for the high price and then try to cut your price. That's not how things should work. I believe things should be fair for everybody, and that trade has the potential to become very expensive. Um, Not that I mind that much, because let me show you. Take them out the book real quick. You know, I can handle a trade. I know this is the first time you guys are probably getting to see my binder somewhat, but I mean, I can handle a trade, and I can drop easy, a $600-700 trade on somebody. But like I said, we were just negotiating these, and to be like, go from a $3 card up to a gold ultra ball, that's kind of a big trade that nobody wants to do at a pre-release. And that's not something that I would have wanted him to do anyway, because you simply want to save your trades like that for major events where your cards are worth more. I'm not interested in trading, a Shaman EX for like $50 in between seasons, because as soon as regionals rolls around, I think they got rid of state championships or something, but as soon as these big events roll around, they are going to shoot up, almost double in price for some cards. Like Hoopa EXs become $40 now when they've been sitting at 25, and that's when you really want to do it. Your gold Ultra Ball is worth $150 at a pre-release, yeah, but at like regionals, where people are looking to bling out their deck, that card can easily become, $200 just overnight. And those are where you want to save your trades for. So that's basically another thing that you have to keep in mind when you're making trades as well, is trade for things in between seasons or tournament seasons or in between tournaments, because they're going to be lower. Now, good players also know about that and will refuse to trade certain cards. But things like Pidgeots, they will become more expensive at major tournaments, because if you want it, you either need it for a collection or you need it for a deck, and they're going to double the price. This card might drop down to $2 or $1, and you want to go to an event and suddenly it becomes $5. And I mean, it's still low, but you don't want to spend $5 for a Pidgeot EX. I don't want to spend $5 for a Pidgeot EX, especially not a normal one. I would want a full art for that. But even then, the full art Pidgeot EX will run you $10, and the Mega might run you 15, 20. So you have to learn how to trade. And for a pre-release, we really weren't willing to drop those big numbers like that, which is why it was really hard for me to get a trade. Because when you just look through my book, you see a lot of full arts, you see a lot of secret rares. You know, Let me see, just an example page. If I can find a halfway decent one, because I just kind of threw everything in here like just randomly. I'm probably just gonna have to pick a page, aren't I, that doesn't have custom made cards on it. I mean, whatever. We'll just use this one. I can't even get to the page. Where is it? Where is it? We'll use this one. But like, what do you do when you see a page like this in a binder? I mean, and then you like flip to the next page and you're like, all I want is a $3 card. I mean, these are just like stuff like that. I should probably do a video about the cards in my binder. But I mean, like, what do you do when you see a page like that in a binder? You're looking for a $3 card, and then all of a sudden, a wall of Versus Seekers or a wall of Lysanders. It's like, you're not going to trade this for that. And if somebody had like a bunch of these, I would have been like, I'll give you a Lysander for it. I don't care. But that's just that, and that's just pretty much my experience with it. Like, there was a lot of new things that were going on that I didn't even know about. Apparently, I don't have a spot for these anymore. I don't know what happened. I'll probably just put them in the deck. But like, it was an experience for me for sure. The pre-release box. Don't know what I just did with it. I just lose everything. There it is. But like, I've never actually seen one of these before, so I'm really glad that I have it. I'm actually going to hold on to it. I'm going to hold on to a deck box. XY Evolutions means a lot to me, and it doesn't just mean a lot to me because I finally get my Pidgeot EX after 13 years of playing. It's just the feeling of being able to open up a base set pack, without having to spend $300 to do it. But it's just the feeling of having to open up a base set pack and seeing the Vulpix that you got or the Ninetales that you got. Now there are some cards that were obviously excluded. Venusaur wasn't in there, Blastoise wasn't in there, and these were pretty big cards that I feel should have been there. But just the nostalgia that you feel from it. It's like, the same artwork, the same card border, just presented to you in a new way. The cards are more powerful. You can get reverse foils of certain cards, which look absolutely amazing. And it's just an experience. The newer generation, they're not going to understand that feeling, but us, the people who grew up with Pokemon, who were there from the beginning, it's just, the emotions are real. But this video is getting long enough. I didn't actually plan on it to be this long because I got more videos on my phone that I got to take off while I was there. Unfortunately, I didn't get to record at the event. Our tournament organizer doesn't like it all the time, and I understand the reason why, because there are children there, and they don't want you, recording children without the parents' consent. And even if the parents say okay, the organizer might not want you to because it is a liability, and I can understand that and respect that. So I didn't get to get anything at the tournament, but it's just no big deal. I went, I had fun. I met some people that I've seen 2 years ago. They were actually surprisingly glad to see me too, and got to meet some new people. I know where New League is at now, so I'll probably go there once a week, and you know everything's going to be good. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I didn't mean to keep you here too long, but I hope you guys don't mind that. I hope you enjoyed anything. If you have any Pidgeot EXs, I do want them. I don't know when I'm going to stop wanting them, but if you guys get those full arts, let me know. I want those reverse foil Pidgeot Spirit Links. So if you got them, say, hey Phoenix, I got a Pidgeot EX. I want your Versus Seeker. Let's work something out. So we can do that. As always, I want to thank you guys for taking the time to watch my videos, and I hope to see you all in the next one.